so many stereotypes about Iran.
Iran is not a Persian nation?
No, you're not Arab.
Iran's supreme leader was not a Persian. Iran's president is not a Persian.
Like highest ranks of power in Iran, they are not Persians. They are Iranians.
That's it.
You know, Christians and Jews in Iran have more than one representative in Iran's parliament. All right, Reza. You know that we have been on the top of the news for like a year now. And there has been so many misunderstandings and
I absolutely agree with you. The problem here is that no matter where you come from in the world, I mean, if you're a Muslim or if you come from West, if you're in Africa, if you're from in Southeast Asia, everywhere, if you're China, given your region, you definitely have some sort of really strange stereotypes about Iran.
Some really
that
strange,
we need to talk about them, definitely, I think.
And there are so many, and we cannot just cover all of them, but we will try to get through some of them. Today we are going to talk about 3 of them. Iran is an Arab country. So this is kind of a, racist question that leads to always some racist answers.
The thing is, it's one of the old-fashioned stereotypes about Iran, which only comes from not Muslim countries and regions, especially the West. If you're someone from the West, probably you think about it. Unless I'm just thinking about it, unless there is some sort of Iranian diaspora Pahlavist who's saying that I am Persian, maybe you would think that that's a different thing. But the very reality on the ground is that, okay, Iran definitely is not an Arab country because of some reasons. Number one, which is the most important one, is that basically the language which is dominant in Iran right now, probably all over the place people talk in that specific language, is not Arabic. It is Persian or Farsi.
Most Iranians don't understand Arabic and don't talk in Arabic.
However, of course, there's when it comes to not grammar, because the both languages, I mean, the Persian language and Arabic language, they come from absolutely different, as they say, language families.
Exactly.
So Arabic is a Semitic language. It's kind of familiar in the family with Hebrew. The thing is, Iranian language, Persian or Farsi, I always have this problem, which one I should say, but
it's Farsi.
Farsi, it is Indo-European, and it's kind of in the same category with the European language, like English, Spanish, and all these countries. So this is the very important thing that shows that there's a very distinctive difference between these two. The second thing is that when you look at Iran right now, I mean, ethnically speaking, I think maybe around 2 to 3% of the whole population of Iran is Arab at the moment. There are so many ethnicities in Iran. I think the dominant one is Persian, around 50 to 60%. And after that, you have the Azeris and all the others. But Arabs are just 2%. However, the thing is, we're not Arab. But historically, after especially the Islamic era, in terms of our lifestyle, there's so many similarities between our culture and the Arabic culture, Islamic culture, let's say. And that's why people might think of it.
Exactly. So culturally, we have so much similarities between Iranians and Arab people.
I mean, we're a Middle Eastern nation after all.
Middle Easterns. As the way that you can find so many similarities between Iranians and Afghans, Iranians and Pakistanis. So that's right. Sometimes Iranians answer that question with aggression.
It's ridiculous.
No, you're not Arabs. Like, that's an insult to them. No, it's not an insult. That's a racist reaction to that question.
No, I mean, we all have this kind of Arabic ethnicity in ourselves, because we're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So definitely there's so kind of mixture between the ethnicities, but we can never say that Iran's an Arab country. That's the thing. Okay, so I think we should go to the next one. Iran is a Persian country. You might ask this question that, okay, let's agree with you that Iran is not an Arab country. Is it a Persian country? And the answer is simply no. I think the source of this stereotype comes from Iranians themselves, especially the diaspora, that they always talk about that we are Persian. But that's just kind of, let's say, a 50 to 60% of the population. I'm a Persian. I come from the stronghold of Persian, I mean, historically. When you look at Iran is just full of ethnicities. Many people really don't know it. But the thing is, these spectrum of ethnicities, like you have Persians, 50 to 60% of the population. You have the Azeris, Turks, you have the Lur, you have Baluch, you have Turkmen, you have Arabs, you have Kurds, definitely. So there are so many of these groups. And the important thing is that it's true that there are different ethnicity, even there are different languages spoken in different areas depending on their ethnicity. But the very fact is that all these ethnicities, historically, their identity is kind of shaped under the banner of Iran as a whole thing. I really don't want to get into it, but from a political science kind of aspect, Iran is not really a nation state. I mean, the concept of nation state is a Western modern phenomenon. Iran is more kind of like, let's say, a civilization state. It's a state that comes from a sort of civilization which historically has just evolved. Like, exactly. I think maybe we just have China, India, Iran, and Egypt in our world right now, which is kind of like that. But even among these kind of civilization states, Iran is the only one with the most ethnicities diversity that you will see. So this is really simple. I mean, I understand that Iran, the modern Iran, comes from the ancient Persian Empire. That's right. However, right now, I mean, historically, all these different ethnicities from east to west, from to the center, all these different kind of groups of people, it's true that they understand they have different ethnicities, even they have some sort of different cultures. However, they all identify themselves as Iranians. So this is really not true if we just say that Iran is Persian. No, it's not. It's not just about the Persians.
Yeah. And you know, part of the problem comes from the fact that Iran was called Persia for so many years in like the Western countries.
Yes.
And it wasn't called Persia in Iran. You know, Iranians called Iran for like centuries.
Yes.
But the official name, like recognized throughout the world, especially in the Western world, it was Persia. And that like led to this misunderstanding that Iran is. And you know what's interesting? In the West, and especially in the United States, people are like known to know nothing about geography. They, when you ask them about like Iran, they don't know Iran, or at least they didn't know Iran before this war, and they like misunderstood Iran for like Iraq, you know. But when you ask about Persia, they've heard about Persia, but they don't know that Persia is Iran.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is all these misunderstandings, but yeah, definitely Iran is a civilization, and the interesting part is that like all these countries around Iran, they're kind of threatened by this concept.
That's right.
They think that Iran might have some like some things in Iranians, some ambitions about like taking back those countries and stuff. But you can see some people like from Tajikistan, from some parts of Afghanistan, from Pakistan, that they affiliate themselves. Azerbaijan, they affiliate themselves with this identity, this civilization.
It's historical identity.
Exactly. And they say that we are Iranic people. Iranic people.
We feel this kind of similarity in identity.
So that's that.
So Iran is not an Arab nation. Iran is not a Persian nation. Iran is Iran.
Iran is Iran. Iran is a civilization called Iran, which is very, very complicated. You need to understand Iran, which is very hard, but that's basically it.
But we will talk about it maybe in the upcoming episodes, probably. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure.
Iran is only a Shia country.
This is going to be complicated.
So one of the worst, like, untreatable misunderstanding about Iran and like stereotypes about Iran is that Iran is a just only Shia country, and other religions are suppressed in Iran and they don't exist anymore, especially because our government is a religious government, and that makes
Shia understanding of Islam.
Exactly. So that makes this stereotype stronger in minds of people, which is absolutely.
It doesn't make sense.
False.
It's false. The thing is, okay, Iran is a Shia country in a sense that, when you look at Iranian society atmosphere, the Shia spirit is absolutely dominant in most of the regions. I mean,
more than 90% of the Iranian population are
considered Shia. The thing is, at the same time, you have a very considerable number of people who are, first of all, Sunni, and not just Sunni Muslims, but also we have so many people who are Christians, actually Armenians and Assyrians. And this might be interesting for many people, they don't know it, but Iran has one of the largest population. They're not large, I mean, when you compare it to other groups, but
relative to other countries?
Yes, relative to other countries, Iran has one of the largest population of Jewish communities in itself, rather than this occupied kind of Palestine.
You know what's important about all of these? That these people are all Iranians.
They all consider themselves Iranians. That's the first thing.
Exactly.
And also, you have the Zoroastrians. That's also
Zoroastrians,
the ancient kind of Iranian
which
religion.
we need to talk about it. We'll address this stereotype in like our next episodes. But yeah, so, and one of the most important things about this issue and about this stereotype is that yes, Iran's government is a religious government and it is based on Shia understanding of the world. But Iran's rules and laws are not regulated in a way to like suppress other religious groups.
Minorities.
Like on the contrary, we have way less than 100,000 like Christians in Iran, but they have 3 parliament members in our parliament, which in normal circumstances you need to have like a population of more than 200,000 people or even 300,000 people, or some areas more than that because the law hasn't been updated for some years. You need to have like these populations in order to have one elected representative in our like parliament, but they have 3. And the Jewish community, I think, has 1 or 2.
Just think about it.
And the Zoroastrians
Iran is
also
depicted as the #1 anti-Semitic country in the world, which I disagree with that. I mean, Jewish people have been living here for thousands of years, even before Islam comes to this country. Anyway, but yeah, it's interesting that they have representative in the parliament. Also, the Sunnis, look, the majority of Sunnis live in 2 regions in Iran, the Kurdistan and Baluchistan. And these people right now, I know at least about the Baluchistan part, that their governor is Sunni.
Yeah.
And many of the officials are kind of Sunni at the moment. And I think even if you talk to Sunnis, they're definitely problems. There are always problems when it comes to minorities and the majorities. Yeah. However, the way that always the propaganda trying to portray Iran, that Iran is some sort of just a Shia country trying
Shia supremacist country.
The way that Israel is, which is definitely is without any kind of propaganda needed. But it's not the reality on the ground. Exactly. I think even the Sunnis themselves or other kind of religious minorities would acknowledge that this is not the thing.
The commander of Iran's navy he's a Sunni,
which is right
Kurdistan.
now which is responsible for the Strait of Hormuz.
Exactly, he is a Sunni from Kurdistan. And other I think if we have a couple of ambassadors to other countries that are Sunnis,
that are not Shia, let's say,
not Shias, and like practice of your religion in Iran, no matter what religion you have, if it is an Abrahamic religion, it is free in Iran.
Yes,
you are free to practice your religion
and express.
Like, there are multiple churches in Tehran, in Isfahan, in Urumia, in my hometown Hamadan.
One of the oldest churches in the world is in Iran.
Exactly, in
Chaldoran.
Exactly,
and other kind of
Azerbaijan part of Iran. We have some synagogues in Tehran, one of which was bombed by the Israelis during this past war, which was Iranic.
And we're the anti-Semitic.
Our late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he used to go to houses of Christian families in Christmas.
There are footages of it,
multiple footages. And they were like mostly old men and women, like an old couple, whose son was martyred in Iran-Iraq war,
defending
Iran and defending the Islamic Republic of Iran, because they are Iranians. The Supreme Leader insisted to going to their houses before like the COVID-19 stuff. He went there every year, and it was a thing. So
also we had a Christian martyr in this latest war with the Americans. That's also one of them.
So, and you need to understand, and you need to know this about Iran, that in Iran's bazaar, trade places, Armenians are one of the most trusted people. I mean, when you're going to talk about that guy is a good guy, you're really like, yeah, he's a good guy, you can trust him. He's an Armenian. And that means like he's certified to be like trustable.
Culturally, I think the way that people have been coexisting with each other, like Shia, Sunni as a whole, and then Christians, Jews, it's really, I think it's an example that many people they cannot even imagine. the way that people have been coexisting, not just for the past couple of decades, but for the past couple of thousands of years. And this is, I think, this is one of the most stereotypes, one of the most important stereotypes that needs to be kind of explained from an Iranian side, definitely.
Yeah, so
but yeah,
that's it. I think that's it for today. We'll try to address more of these.
There are stereotypes.
Thousands and
Just
thousands
the list
of them.
goes on and goes on.
If you're still here, thank you. Please subscribe us. Please put out a comment, like this video, share us with your friends, and you can reach us in our social media accounts. The links are on description. We'll be happy to hear from you. And
let's say, and give us just. I was thinking about it, that if there's anything or any sort of stereotype that you think about Iran, just tell us.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about them.
Maybe it's not a stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.